All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, October 26th. Markets are currently off to a decently green start, or red start from yesterday, but we are sloping up right now. NASDAQ currently down by 0.4%. We had Meta earnings yesterday coming in pretty rough. Sent them down. Initially popped up to 315, went all the way down to 285 this morning, now trading at 296. Looking pretty bullish at the moment, right before the opening bell. Got a few other names that I'm looking at. Looking to go long on Meta at the moment, but risk reward is becoming a little iffy here. Also looking at Apple to the upside. This one looks like the best in terms of risk reward. Very close to the stop though. Amazon looking to the upside. Risk reward is about 1-to-1 at the moment, so that might be okay to enter later. And then Tesla, it's about a 1-to-1 risk reward here as well. So, currently holding some trades from the overnight session. Think Microsoft is doing pretty good. Went all the way up. I guess it peaked 342. This one I could see maybe at 345 again today. Continuing that bullish price action from post earnings. And what else was there? Netflix finally kind of broke out of its uptrend, so this one might be a waste, but we'll see. Pretty good risk reward here though. If we're aiming for 414. So we'll add it just in case we get an opportunity here. Going with the 415 calls. But yeah, again, best risk reward right now is going to be Apple. So that'll be the first trade we'll look into. Currently trading at 170.3, stop loss at 170, and take profit all the way at 171.5. $30 till market open. You should have a relatively low delta. Yeah, 0.3. We might switch to the 170s. We're not too far off of the 170 level. And 171.5 wouldn't put it in the money. So we'll switch these to the 170s. Take on a bit more risk per trade. Alright, here we go. 170.5. These are trading for 154, 50 delta. So we'll put a 25-cent stop, trading at 155, so 120 on the stop. 155 entry. That stop is a little bit lower than I thought it might be. But here we go, pushing up. Trading at 185. I want to see that 171 break. Pre-market highs. Pulling back just shy of 171 here. It looks like Netflix did end up popping off to 416 now. Not getting the jump I thought we would on Apple. Nvidia definitely popped off to 420. Meta's trading at 288, so that one actually pulled back. Just struggling with that 171 level right now for Apple. There we go, getting close. There it is, there's the push. Sold those at 197. Could probably hold on to it, but breach that pre-market high. Alright, let's check in on the other names. Look like Nvidia's definitely a lost opportunity. Meta's still kinda... Ooh, man. Oh, it's a steep drop. Now it's almost in the middle between the stop loss and the take profit. Microsoft's down a little bit. 0.5% to 339. Getting sold off here. Tesla's really reaching for that 216 level. Not quite there. We could maybe take the trade and adjust a stop before I had it at 206. We can maybe adjust it to the morning low at 211. It's about $1.50 off. So that's 60 in delta. They're trading for 240-ish. So 180 stop. They're trading at 225 with a 60 stop. 225 minus 60 is 165 on the stop. Might just wait for it though to come back to 165. That way we get a better risk reward. Alright, place a limit order at 165. Thanks, Christian. That's the mustache. Yeah, not quite pulling back to that 211 mark. All right. They're trading at 215. Let's see. Looks like they actually might be losing a little bit of their value. Trading at 210. Debating on whether or not to take it now and then set the stop at 165 or not. Alright, here's the pullback we need. Flushing that low. Gaining support here. Pushing lower though. This might cause a switch in momentum. So now we'll have a new resistance at 212 to 215. Still got about $3 until the stop gets hit. Delta for these. Oh, that's not right. God dang it. There we go. It's supposed to be the 212 and a half. Delta's 40. So we have about a $4 stop. That'd be 160. That would, I think, wipe them out. Well, for these, the 225s. Not so much. Catching support at 209 now. 28.5. Alright, I'm going to enter the trade. I just don't really think the setup is ideal, so we'll go in a light position. 210, 40 stop is 170 on the stop loss. $209 fill. Getting rejected at that 9 MA. Two times rejection at the 9 MA. $210.70 to $210.75 is the resistance here. Everything's turning red though. Apple's below 171 now. Where's good old Netflix? Actually, Netflix is in the green, 1.4. I wonder if we'll get that initial pop and then drop like yesterday and the day before on Netflix. Yep, lost that one. 168. Momentum shifting down. 9 moving averages curling. Netflix still going higher. Let's see that open position we have. Crocs puts popping off. Down at 87. Google's still flat today. Let's see, Netflix. Those calls are back to 50 cents. And then I took some take 2 calls overnight. Let's check the weekly chart, see if it's breached. Not quite. I did have a put on the watch list for this morning, Meta. Definitely headed down. Tesla's all the way down at 207 again. Amazon could be setting up for more downside after yesterday's brutal sell-off. Ended up filling that gap in though. Alright. Let's see if we can make anything of Google. Currently trading at 123.75. 2 gap downs. Let's see what the ATR is now. 4 ATR. It's already down 3 for the day. It's not really much opportunity in that short. Apple's down at 169. Never tag that 171.5 mark. Amazon's closing in on that 118.5 level. We were originally looking at the 121 call. That's probably a little too deep out of the money now. It's about 30 cents off the stop. So maybe we want $1 to the upside. It's like 119.75, maybe the middle of this big red candle here. These calls are very expensive. I'm assuming earnings is probably today or tomorrow. Yeah, it's today after hours. So they definitely got them jacked up. Alright, testing that pre-market low and busting right through. What are these trading for? Trading for 400. Delta's 50. I'll place a 25-cent stop on it. $3.70. Did not get a good fill on that. One at 395 got filled at 400. So you want to see this probably at 119.5. Maybe 119.75. Getting a decent bounce on the 118.5 level. Netflix dropping all the way down to 411 now. Alright, back to 119 almost. Contracts are going for 415. Let's see, that high came in at just shy of 111 or 119. Might inverse the trade. To hedge it. Let's see. Unlink this and switch to 118 puts. Trading for 420. I'm trading for 430 now. 50 delta. So our entry should be like 410, 415. Dipping down again, below that 118.5 mark. And getting saved right at the low. Here we go at 119, testing. Reversed right there. Alright, we'll see if we break this. 119 mark. There we go. I would still like to see 50 cents out of it, but it's a bit of a stretch. They got the spread on the puts pretty wide. $4.10 now. All right, we'll go in. 1 at 4.15. If we breach 119.25, I'll cut the loss on that. But right now we're just retesting. And there we go. Retest. Okay. Yep, there it goes. Dang it. Okay. All right. That was a nice little bounce there. Almost up to the 119.5. So that just shy of it. What did we sell those puts for? The one put at 404. So we took a $9 loss on that. And then gained 90 from the Amazon calls. Got about 15 minutes till the momentum starts to slow down here. Tesla's trading at 208. Nine and 21 moving averages are crossing. How do I know how to read and predict the line? So I'm usually just using supports and resistance and then following where the trend is. So right now you're seeing a reversal of the trend to the upside with the 9 moving average closing under the 21. Let's see. And then, so this 206 mark ended up coming from the pre-market lows at 206.20. I gave it another 20 cents just in case. Yeah. Let's see. Check my sound output. Oh, for some reason it's going out with the speaker. Should be good now, hopefully. output volume is maxed out. So you should hear me clear now. I don't know why it switched my audio output to the speaker, but solid bounce on Netflix. I really don't like trading Netflix, honestly. Unless it's just a swing that I'm holding. But if you're day trading Netflix, it just wrecks you. The spreads are just too big. I don't like them. It's not a problem whenever you're swing trading, but if you're day trading Netflix, it's a pain in the ass. Oh, looks like the price of sugar finally came down. Cane is trading at 15 from 15.35. Yeah, everything's turning bearish here. Man, Microsoft. That sucks. Meta just hit 280. Shame we didn't take that. Put. It was over the stop. Usually whenever we get these post-earning sell-offs, it lasts for a couple days. So maybe we'll try to buy some puts at the end of the day. Let's see where the Qs are headed. Down 1% for the day. Turning bearish. Lows came in at 345.20 in the pre-market. Moving average just crossed over. On the 5-minute, 15 minutes still. Hovering. Usually on QQQ, I don't like to take these trades until the afternoon though, because they get expensive in the mornings. Like if you go with a 349 call right now, you're paying no, wrong one, wrong expiration. 349 call is going for 75 cents. So even if it goes all the way to 350, you're just barely breaking even by the end of the day. Netflix is still looking so good. Nice dip down to 409. I just don't want to take a day trade on it. The spreads will eat me alive. Let's go look at that 212.5 call. And Tesla. Maybe get a re-entry for calls. It's trading at 209. Our stop we would want to place at 206. With a 36 delta would be about $100 stop. Trading at 190 at the moment. Nice little double bottom though. So you should have a stronger support at 207. Low on these came in at 125. I would want to place my entry at like 209 though. It's a little bit too high for my taste. And a $2 stop would be 70 cents. Alright, coming in 209. 70 cents would put it at one each. Roughly. Poor Phil. Mic should be fixed now, hopefully. Look at SPY. The spider. Definitely bearish on the 5-minute. Highs in at 417.50. Very, very low. You might have support at 414.50. But I would want to be taking profit just barely higher, like 415.25 or so. It's peaked at 207. Oh, damn. Still bullish on the 15-minute. Got to pull back under the 21 moving average. Currently testing the 9. Got a decent entry on it at least. You should have some support here. Around 208. Good. Thanks, Dean. Thanks for the confirmation. Not really getting much action between 208 and 209. This could be a higher low formation here at 208 from 207. barely peeking over 209. Yeah, no problem, Dean. So the $3.99 is for basically unlimited one-on-one calls. You lose 10x that each month. Jeez. Yeah, so that one you can schedule as many one-on-one calls as you'd like. There's obviously cheaper versions, the $30 Discord. That one, if you have any questions, you can just text me in the Discord. So if you don't want to drop 400 on one-on-one calls, you also have that option. What is SPY doing now that we speak about it? Testing and retesting those lows. So with this formation, looking at all these peaks, I would say it's more likely to crack that downside at 1460. And you would want to maybe aim for the 414 pre-market low. The only thing I don't like about trading SPY and QQQ is you don't get major moves on it like you do for Tesla, having it drop from 215 all the way down to 207 in a matter of 20 minutes. Jeez. Software development. Where were you developing before you got laid off? 150 a K. Yeah. I know a lot of software developers ended up getting laid off. The last few months have been pretty rough in that field. Bank of America. Wow, Bank of America of all places too. Big corp. I'm currently working on an app, but I can't afford to pay people $150,000 a year. Not yet, at least. Let's see. 209. Man, that 209 market's just pain in the ass right now. Hopefully we crack it. There we go. Just barely above it, but nonetheless. Yeah, I know that's right. Everybody and their freaking brother has 3 jobs at this point to fight off the inflation. I'm curious what the statistics would be if people didn't have multiple jobs. All the stats around employment that the government puts out. But yeah, Send an email to that. Again, I'm working on an app right now for specific to trading, so could really use some software developers. All right, these are trading at 200. Hitting that 210 mark now. Hopefully we can push through it. My target's 211. We can take out our stop now. Shouldn't be too worried about it. Shame we only got one of these, but that'll do. 237 exit. Oh, that's a nice little, what, $80 fucking math, $70 gain. Breaking through that 211 mark. Should have bought 2. That way we could have held through. That's alright. That's probably all the trading I'll do today. Besides maybe some QQQ trades this afternoon. Q's bounced at 345.50. SPY ended up bouncing off that 414.50 mark. Really rocketed up there. You'd think there was some news that spiked that. Let's see, this started at 10.25. US GDP. That's an old report, but okay. Yeah, US GDP at 4.9%. That's what I wanted to talk about in this live stream. Let's see, economic calendar. The expectations was like 4.3. So this came in extremely hot. Yeah, 4.9 versus 4.3 expected. And last quarter, this was 2.1. So GDP has more than doubled quarter over quarter, which is not good for the inflation front. I'm really surprised that the 10-year didn't react to that. I would have thought that would have sent the 10-year skyrocketing, because that's inflationary, and I'm sure mostly to do with all of the wars that we're getting involved in lately. It's probably boosting GDP here. But yeah, that's it from me, and I will catch y'all tomorrow at 9:30. See you, everybody.